Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you first things to do after setup on your Motorola Moto G57 Power. So first, we're gonna connect to Wi-Fi. This is the most important thing. You definitely want to do this. Let's go over to settings and let me quickly lower the brightness for you guys. Let's go over to the settings and go to network and internet. Here we're gonna choose Wi-Fi and now click on got it. Right here, if you see the security protection. Now you can choose a network here. I'll choose this one. Of course, you need to choose your own network and then just enter the password. So I'll enter it and I'll see you guys in a second. After we enter the password, you guys can click on this eye here to make sure that the password is correct. Then you just click on connect right here and you should be connected. You should see an icon here and you should see the confirmation right here because this will change its color to green. Now let's leave the network and internet. The next things we're gonna do is we're gonna check our software updates. So scroll down, go to the system updates now, and here click check for updates. This will see if we are on the latest version. We need to be on the latest version of our software. If we're not, then basically it's really bad and we definitely do not want it. What we want to do next is we're gonna go over and add a Google account. So we're gonna open up Play Store, click sign in right here, and then enter our email. Now after entering our email, we can click next and then enter our password. So I'll see you guys in a second once I enter mine. Now after entering the password, you will see this screen right here who will be using this device. So here you can choose either you or your child for an example. I'll choose the first option. These options may vary here. You may have some additional steps, but it's not hard. You just click I agree here to agree to the terms of service made by Google. And here make sure that you enable backup device data. So everything you do on your device is backed up to the Google Drive. And if you change your phone, then it will be way quicker than going from this phone to another phone directly. Now, what you guys want to do here is update your apps. So click on your avatar at the top, go to My Apps and Games, and click on Updates Available. Here I have 40 updates available. As you guys can see, for every single app that I have here, we're just gonna click here. Now we can leave, and what we want to do next is we want to set up our screen lock. So while it updates, in the meantime we're gonna set up everything we need to. So we're gonna go over to settings. Now we want to scroll down a bit, and here we're gonna go to security and privacy. Now let's go to device unlock, and here you guys can set the screen lock. So I would recommend using a PIN or password. Of course, the PIN is easier to remember and the password is harder because, as you guys can see, you can also use the letters. But I am gonna go with the PIN. So here you guys can create a password. Of course, it's recommended to put 6 digits instead of 4 because you can guess 4 easily. And 6, there's some trouble with that. Now make sure that you create a normal password. So for example, let's say 965002. Nobody's guessing that. And if you put 1 2 3 4 5 6, then it's a very easy passcode and everybody can guess it. So you definitely do not want it. After setting up your PIN, you'll see what do you want to show on your lock screen. So I would recommend selecting show sensitive content only when unlocked. So when your phone is locked, even if you're on the home screen, you can see the notification that you got a notification from WhatsApp, but you won't see if somebody's just calling you or texting you. You won't see that unless you unlock your phone. After that, let's set up our face and fingerprint. So we're gonna click here. Now we're gonna re-enter our new PIN, and now we're just gonna go over and set the face unlock first. So we can go to setup, you guys can skip lock screen or lift to unlock. So this is good. I'll use the second option. Now here you guys need to align your face, so also you guys need a second. This process takes 5 seconds max. As you guys can see, it's been maybe 10 seconds and we got it. Now the face is added. We can try it out since we do not have our fingerprint yet. And I'm looking at the phone right now and it says unlocked by face. So everything works pretty fine. Now let's go over and click here again. Let's enter the PIN and add a fingerprint. Here we're gonna go to setup, and here we have the sensor, as you guys can see. Now we want to touch and lift it gently. So this is a, as you guys can see, very long process. But I'm gonna choose to make this faster. So now our fingerprint is added. Let's see if it works. It does. So there's no face, as you guys can see. It's not unlocking. And yeah, now our fingerprint is definitely working. So everything is set up. Let's go to theft protection, and you guys want to enable theft detection lock. Basically, whenever someone takes your phone and runs away with it, then the phone automatically locks. When it wasn't locked, someone just takes it and runs away. Now it's locked. And if you just start running and you make some weird movements with your phone, then you can easily unlock it just by entering the passcode. Now, what you guys want to do next is go over and go to the Play Store. Here we're gonna wait for it to open, and here you guys can choose to use the biometrics to verify the purchases. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to search and search for Google Pay. Now we want to go to Google Wallet and we want to make sure that it is installed on our device. So as you guys can see, it's installing now. Let's head over and click open now, and it will automatically choose an account to use with it. So here all we're gonna do is we're gonna add the card. So here, allow the Google Wallet to send you notifications. Here we have the card that was previously added, and here you also have some loyalty programs, paybacks, cashbacks, and everything. It's also region dependent, so if you do not have, let's say you don't have the Hebe, then just don't worry about it. It's only for your location or what you have in your country. Click plus, and here you guys can add a payment card, transit pass, loyalty card, gift card, or scan a QR code or barcode from photo. So we are going to choose the payment card. Now you click either for a card that's already saved in the wallet, but the problem is this card is not physically with me. So this is the issue. You need to have your card physically with you in order to actually get into the wallet. So if you do have your card, click new credit or debit card. Here you enter the card number, and you guys can go over, click on it with your one finger and click scan card. So if you press scan card, you will basically use your camera. As you guys can see, you will use your camera to scan the numbers and also the security codes. So here you guys can put something like that for an example. Now, even though it's incorrect, then we can still show it, and that's how it should look like. Your 16 digits, your expiration date, and security code from behind or from the front of the card. Then you just click save and continue, and you should have your card pinned right where my setup, your MasterCard, is. And after that, you're good to go and you can pay with your wallet. Now what you guys want to do is go over to settings And in those settings, what you guys want to do is go over to battery. Now here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to battery saver, and here you guys can choose the standard one or a maximum battery saver. So this will restrict everything. Here you will have essential apps that will be enabled and other apps will just be turned off. So for example, you won't be able to watch YouTube or browse through, let's say, Instagram on it. And here you also can disable the 5G. So this is totally your choice. I had this phone for a while. I always choose the maximum battery saver. So whenever you actually have a battery saver enabled, then it saves your battery. And here you guys can go over and enable reduce battery drain when inactive. And here you guys can set the default battery level, which will basically make power saver turn on. So for example, it can be 20, 25%, and from 25% to the bottom, you'll have a maximum battery saver. Now, what you guys want to do next is go over to adaptive battery, make sure that it is enabled. It will limit battery for apps that you do not use. Here you guys can use it, although, as you guys can see, if you go here, you can see your percentage, and it just takes up space right here, so I do not enable it. Now, battery protection, here you guys can use it. And the smart schedule is better. As you guys can see, it will require at least 3 days of regular charging to learn your charging pattern. So this is very important that you enable smart schedule, because as you guys can see here, you can change the specific hours, and this is when your phone should limit charging to 80%. But smart schedule is much better, especially if you use your phone all the time and you charge it randomly. Then it will learn from your pattern and try and optimize the battery health. Now, what you guys want to do is go to manage background apps. If you have any background apps right here, then here, let's say the smart use. For example, Instagram, we don't allow it in the background. Now our battery is better. And lastly, we have the battery info, so our battery status and number of full charging cycles. So one cycle is 100% of your battery used, and battery health is how many percent of the battery is, let's say, still in your phone, or just how much is left of it. So there's 100%. Now if it goes to 99%, then it definitely drops by 1%, so it's not big of a difference. But if it hits, let's say, 79, so it's below 80, then your phone is, let's say, it's only chargeable to 79%, and those 21 will disappear, even though it will say 100 up here. So that's basically it. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.